Hello YouTubers, what's going on? How's everybody doing today? Well, today I wanted to go over and discuss cleaning grounds and battery terminals on your RV, on your van, on your car, whatever vehicle that you have. Unfortunately, when I first shot this video, I had some of the files had gotten corrupted. So what you're seeing today is the aftermath, is the finished product, instead of a DIY process of while cleaning the batteries as I go. So unfortunately, those files got corrupted. So I'm just going to shoot this a second time, and hopefully you will be able to get a clear understanding of how I go about doing this. So let's get right into it. So before you take on this project, there's two safety items that I highly recommend that you have. Number one is a pair of disposable rubber gloves, latex gloves, and also a pair of safety glasses. Very, very important. So as far as tools are concerned, it's going to be basic hand tools to disconnect the battery connections. Generally about a 1/2-inch wrench is what you can use to disconnect the battery cables. You also want to have one of these standard battery terminal cleaners. I recommend having a hacksaw, and you're probably wondering why, and I'm going to get into that here in a minute. And the next thing that I would recommend having is one of these wire wheels, these wire brush wheels. This one is a coarse or a fine coarse wire wheel that you attach to a cordless drill motor. So what you're looking at here, this is a battery that I've already finished and I've already completed the cleaning. So I went ahead and disconnected everything, and I had a lot of electrolysis built up on the connections, especially on these connections right here. And the way that I go about cleaning these is I simply attach this wire brush to my cordless drill, and I just clean and polish these connections, and I get the copper nice and shiny, and also the battery cable terminals. You also want to remove all of the debris and the corrosion from those connections as well. The goal is you want to get them clean and shiny, as I refer to them. So you want to just remove as much stuff as you possibly can. Okay, I also use one of these standard battery terminal cleaning tools. This end you use to clean the post, and I generally will go both directions with it and grind off a little bit of material on the post. And then this end is for the inside of the cable itself, and you'll want to go in and work this in both directions and clean everything up and get those connections to where they're also shiny. So after you've cleaned those connections up really good, the next thing is I want to talk about the use of a hacksaw. As you can see on both of these connections, when I put the clamp, the connection back onto the battery, I couldn't get it to clamp all the way down on the post. So I actually had to remove a little bit of the battery connection with the hacksaw. So it's just a matter of just opening it up a little bit to remove a little bit of material so that clamp will close tightly against the post. Next thing I want to talk about is battery grounds. Very, very, very important. This is one that I see a lot of people overlook, and that is disconnecting the grounds that go to the body and actually grinding down the frame or the body right to bare metal. And as you can see, that's what I've done in this case. I've grinded it all the way down, also grinded down the grounding connections to the frame, and that just gives you a much better solid connection for your grounds. A lot of people overlook this, and when you do this, when you do a thorough cleaning like this, it really improves the starting performance of the engine. It improves the reception and the signal of the stereo system. It can improve lights, and it can also solve a lot of running issues with the engine, the way it idles, and just a whole host of issues. So cleaning and checking your grounds is always something I highly recommend. So after you've cleaned off and ground down the body grounds to bare metal, the other thing that I do afterwards is I spray a little bit of this just clear coat enamel paint, and what this does is waterproof that bare metal and prevent it from rusting and corroding. Very important. Now, when you first start this project, one of the things that you can do is use some of this battery cleaner and follow the directions on the back and spray down the battery terminal connections with this product, and then hose everything and rinse everything off with fresh water. That's going to be a good idea to do. I did not do that in this case, but if you have heavily corroded batteries, you may want to consider doing that. Another tip is, before you start this project of cleaning your batteries terminals, you may want to pick up some of this battery cleaner and follow the instructions on the back, and you simply spray it on, you simply hose it off with fresh water, and that does a really good job of getting a lot of the corrosion removed. So if you have some heavily corroded batteries, you may want to consider going with this product. When you're all finished cleaning everything and everything is reconnected, the last step that you may want to consider is going with some battery protector and sealer. It's that red gooey chemical that you apply to the battery posts, and it seals everything off. It doesn't eliminate all of the corrosion, but it really does prohibit a lot of the buildup that can happen. So it's not a cure-all, but it does work. There's a few of my tips and suggestions for cleaning battery posts and terminals. Keeping these clean is going to really improve the performance of everything on your vehicle. And with dirty connections, you can run into a lot of problems. So having a few of these tools handy with you, this is going to really help you all in keeping them clean and maintained and eliminating those problems. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.